a webcam with you going and putting
I
your
know,
hand
right?
over your mouth, like those kids' YouTube channels, you know. But anyway, welcome everybody. This is Frank and Dex from PulseWave Trading, and we're live reacting to the FOMC, maybe even trading. We'll see. We'll see what Dex wants to do. So what's going on so far, Dex? They already made their announcement.
Well, so
They're
far
starting
they
the
went
press
ahead and
conference.
they did the quarter rate cut.
Okay.
So they did that, and the market has been, tanking ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much what is expected. And right now, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna do the S&P real quick. No, I'm gonna do the. I want to do the tech. I'm gonna pull up the Nasdaq. See
Okay.
what's going on here.
Yeah, share your screen if you want.
Okay, hold on. I'll do that right now. My stuff is moving a little slow too, so bear with me.
You want me to beatbox while you do it? That's the extent of my skills. My son's actually pretty good at it. Da, 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 da.
Okay, there we go.
I'll play one of my slow jam. Here we go, slow jam loop. Oh, it's playing out the wrong mic. It's not even funny now. Here we go. Little slow jam. There we go. You're listening to the smooth sounds of PulseWave Trading. All right, you ready to share?
Yeah, you see my screen, right?
I see your screen. They don't see your screen yet. Let me share it. It's coming. There we go. All right, cool. Oh, you got us on the screen. You're sharing us, sharing the screen.
Yeah, I can make it bigger. Hold on.
That's cool. Yeah, that's good. That's great. Thanks. Perfect. All right. So, any thoughts so far? The market's reacting negatively.
I'm dissecting what he's saying. So.
All right, cool. I'll try to let you think.
And then I give my commentary in a moment. So far, I'm not impressed right now.
Now there was all this talk about a rate hike, wasn't there?
Well, people were unsure what they were going to do. He could have raised it. He could have did nothing. He could have lowered it. He chose to lower it. To me, the Fed just got bullied.
Interesting. By?
Yeah.
By Trump?
Got bullied by the stock market, basically.
Oh, okay.
Now, let me put some things in perspective, though. You see the Dow's down 183, SP down 22, NASDAQ down 85. These numbers are nothing. We've gone back to the 90s with these markets. All right. So 200 points in the Dow is nothing. 100-point drop in the NASDAQ is nothing. All right. So I'm not impressed by the numbers. If anything, I still think there is an argument to be made that this pullback that you're seeing today is going to be bought right back up.
Okay.
Can't ignore that.
Right. By the way, if you want to get in on, if you got questions, go to pulsewavetrading.com, click on the live shows button, and we'll be there to take your questions.
Now I'm looking at the S&P below 3,000 again. And the Dow, here it is, below 27,000.
All right, we got some people in the live chat. Takes them a while. When we change things, it takes people a little while to catch up.
I know, right?
Which I understand. I also think there was a problem. I had to fix a text problem. Some people, it wasn't their cache was keeping them from seeing the updated live chats, so I had to fix that.
He's doing the question answer session now.
Okay.
So basically saying if the economy weakens, then more extensive cuts may be needed. But here's the thing, though. I thought they were saying that the economy was fine and that it was on fire.
Yeah.
So how do you go from that to say if it weakens, more extensive cuts may be needed? So by you cutting rates today, you're saying that the economy is weak. It's not strong. But just a week ago, they were saying how strong the economy was.
Exactly.
Which is it?
Yeah.
See, you can't go by what they say. You got to go by what they do. He lowered rates today. What happened to all those rising interest rates that were supposed to happen over the past 8 quarters? You didn't see it. It didn't happen. But now they're lowering rates. You only do that to stimulate the economy. You only give pain management medication to the patient when the patient is in pain. You don't give morphine just because it's sunny outside. You give morphine to ease pain. So the fact that they are injecting morphine, which is stimulus to the markets, means that there is pain in the market. So that should tell you that the higher stock prices that you have been seeing over the past 18 months has absolutely nothing to do with the real underlying economy. The real underlying economy is in pain. Pain, big pain. All right? So you got to go by what they do, not by what they say. All right? When they say that the economy is strong, they really mean that they're concerned the economy is weak and maybe getting even sicker. So today is a confirmation that the economy is hurt. The economy is sick. It just got its prescription filled today. All right? The fact that the market is pulling back based on this is irrelevant. Watching these price fluctuations it means nothing. So just keep that in mind. I don't think this is the real drop or that we're really going to see at some point. The word on the street was that the stock market was kind of like double topping out. But look at gold. Even gold is down $12.50, trying to stay above 1,500, and it's losing that war. So you got precious metals down. Is Bitcoin down too right now?
No, not really.
Okay, so it's flat.
Wait, let me open up a better.
So your cryptos are flat. Your precious metals are down.
Yeah, the alts were doing good today, which they haven't in a while. So that was a nice change of pace. But I'm not seeing a reaction in Bitcoin.
The market is broke by all this news. Equities down, precious metals down. That's crazy. How can you have yield? Then you got your yields in the green. I mean, come on, man. That means so your bond prices are falling, your equity prices are falling, your precious metals are falling. Where are you supposed to run? If you're a long-term investor, planner, where are you supposed to put your money? Bond prices are falling, stock market's falling, gold's falling, Bitcoin's falling. There's nowhere for you to run. This is crazy.
Yeah, Bitcoin's pulling back a little, but nothing extreme.
All I can say is take your profits where you can if you're short today. I wouldn't necessarily fall in love with this pullback because I don't trust it. Just keeping it 100 with you. Coming into today, keeping it 100, we had a crash alert in the Russell, but we did not have one in the S&P, the Dow, or the NASDAQ. We did not.
Yeah, it looks like I'm getting stopped out of stuff. Couple things, I think, in profit. mostly crypto trades. I wasn't in anything else today but cryptos. So let's see here.
See, gold erases gains as Fed officials split on need for more easing. Unbelievable. So we're off the lows of the session, but still lower on your equity side. This is a very interesting day. We don't know how the market's gonna react. Is it gonna shake this off and close in the green, or we're gonna actually accelerate to the downside? That's the real question right now that we don't have the answer to just yet. This is really interesting today. Anybody have questions on what we're seeing as relates to today's, last night's price triggers?
Let's see a couple questions in the live chat. Someone's asking, are metals selling off? Mr. B says his Forex is going crazy, up 1 minute, down the next.
Yep.
Bitcoin's, I mean, on the 1 hour, you can see it developing a larger red body, but nothing extreme.
Yeah, I mean, this is what it is, folks. Like I told you, I expected for the craziness to come today and tomorrow. This is why I don't trade on a Fed day.
Alts seem to still be doing okay. I was stopped out of, what was I stopped out of? ETH with a tiny loss. I tightened that up earlier. Actually, I was on the phone with you when I was tightening it up. Litecoin is still up as far as I can tell. BNB still up. There was a bit of a rally in the alts today, which was nice. It doesn't seem to be.
Oh, and by the way, I've been saying this for months now, and it's finally coming to fruition. Does anyone recall how I've been beating the drum about the dollar getting back up to par?
Yeah.
Do you know
you haven't brought
exactly
it up in a little while,
happened?
But yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Do you know that's exactly what has happened?
Interesting.
So there you have it, folks. You can't make this kind of stuff up. You cannot make it up. We did hit that 99 threshold a few days ago, and we're back up flirting with it again today. Tried to tell you. You can't make this stuff up. Everyone's, oh, the dollar's dead. Oh, the dollar's about to crash. Oh, it's the end of the dollar. You got 30 days. My sources tell me 30 days. This guy was an ex-CIA agent, and he parachuted out of a helicopter and landed at the Federal Reserve. He's the right-hand man to Benjamin Franklin, and he also knew Roosevelt. And he was the second dude on the boat with George Washington. But, people don't like to talk about that. Okay, and he was one of the first people to be on the scene at Roswell. When the aliens fell out of the crashed UFO, he was right there. Okay, he was there. I'm telling you, he was there. All right, my sources are right on point. So while that was going on YouTube, I was saying, look, ladies and gentlemen, look, fellas, this dollar it's gonna go to par. All right, it's going to take you to par. No, it's not. The dollar's going to fall. I'm telling you, people talking about, no, the dollar is going to crash. The dollar is useless. My sources tell me 30 days, 30 days. 30 days come, 30 days go. 60 days pass. Okay, my sources tell me, okay, this is for real this time. It's really going to collapse today. Bank holiday being declared in a week. And then here we are. And none of those things have happened. But what I said happened, what's going to happen, did happen, which is the dollar getting back up toward par. And before it's all said and done, I think the dollar will break par. Yep, that is what I am seeing. And I
some
believe
really big rallies in the alts. Crypto Dino's pointing out in the live chat. XLM's up 26%. ADA is up 10%.
Wow. Go PulseWave.
Of course, not the ones I'm following, right?
Yeah,
but those are on our sheet. Those are on our sheet. So if you trade them, you would have caught that. which is really awesome.
Go PulseWave.
Yeah, man.
Those price
Use
triggers.
that pop method. Lock in those profits.
Yeah, baby. The pop method is right there telling you what to do today. All you had to do is do exactly as it told you to do, and you will be up in there.
Oh, I don't know if you know this. The room knows it because I posted about it. But Binance opened registration for the U.S.
They did.
Yeah, they did today.
Okay, so what does that really mean
Huge
for?
on XLM.
What does that really mean?
Well, actually, I did tell you about this because I was complaining. They excluded 13 states, including guess whose state? Mine.
What about mine?
No, I think you're okay.
Okay.
So they're working on that, and it's going to be a separate exchange. So I'm thinking the liquidity isn't going to be there right away. You know, one of the things we like Binance for, one of the things we love it for, is
you can't trade without liquidity.
Yeah, that's the one of the reasons we have always used it as our default is just got great liquidity. You never have to worry about your order being filled, you know, in general. And but they're starting fresh with this new one now. I mean, it is Binance US. I don't think it'll. I'm sure it's going to be very popular, so I'm sure that won't be a problem. I'm assuming. So we'll see what happens.
Well, even crude oil is down $1.39 right now, at $57.95 a barrel. Hilarious! Everything is dropping right now. Where are you going to put your money?
Yeah,
I have a great mind right now to just go in and just start buying stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's only one thing that is preventing me from doing it.
What's that?
Tomorrow's jobless claims.
Right.
People underestimate the power of the jobless claims. The jobless claims, in my opinion, is sort of like the consumer sentiment report, the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Indicator. If that jobless number is whizzack tomorrow, it could totally sell bad news for the market. So even if the market rallies into the close today, which in my suspicion, I think that is a high probability, it could collapse tomorrow morning after that announcement comes out. So that's the only thing that's keeping me from it, is that doing a Fed week is a weird week.
Yeah.
Especially if you stuff it with other government reports and things like that, earnings, whatever. So it's just a really weird week, and it's a tough one to trade because even if you're correct in your direction and your analysis, you could still lose.
Yep.
And that's the part that traders have to be very aware of. You don't have to trade every day to make a lot of money. You just need to trade when you're supposed to make a lot of money.
I wanted to pull this up. I took over the screen share, Dex, if you could see it.
Nope, I gotta make my screen smaller. I mean,
this is XLM that we were just talking about. Look where it pulled back to. So it had this incredible spike today. Now it's got this crazy green pointer. But look where it pulled back to for the moment.
Whoa!
Look at that. It broke through the
what
cloud,
a pointer!
And then with its pullback, came right back to the top of the Kumo cloud. It's amazing. I'm always amazed at how it obeys those pointers and obeys those Kumo clouds.
Yeah, man, you can't make this stuff up, right? That's what live videos will do for you. You get to see these markets in real action. You get to see the analysis play out.
Here's Bitcoin. If you got any thoughts, this is the daily and the weekly.
No, it's sleep. I think it's
basically flat.
It took some sleeping pills. I don't think it's going to be waking up anytime soon.
I mean, you can see what it's doing for the day. It basically hasn't moved.
No, it's late. I think it overdosed on ether or something.
Yeah, ETH had ETH is in the Kumo cloud on the daily. Is up for the day.
Yeah, it's trying to do something.
Rally going. Litecoin even. Litecoin's hitting the cloud, but both of them doing really well last couple days. This is Binance. Yeah. Binance is up.
Yep.
they got their U.S. exchange open. We were just talking about that. So
looking good. It looks like it wants to put an end to the downtrend for now. So let's see what happened. It tried a few bars ago and it failed.
yeah,
3 weeks ago, it tried to do the same thing and failed. Let's see if the third time's the charm.
This is BTT.
That thing is flatter than a pancake.
Yeah, it's rough.
Look at that daily. You don't have any market action at all. You only see it in the weekly. So that's a very slow market.
It's the Aussie dollar.
Wow.
Let me check our live chat. I'm looking.
It's getting punched in the stomach because gold is down heavy today. So it's taking the Aussie with it.
Mr. B says they excluded the state Frank's in because Frank will break the bank with the PulseWave system. Mr. B, you're a man after my own heart.
There you go.
I'll get your screen back up.
All right.
There we go.
All right. So
they saying anything useful?
Nah, he's just doing Fed speak right now. I can break down what he's saying. That's another thing that I do sometimes. As he talks, I tell you what he's really saying. I'm pretty good at Fed speak. Talk about giving banks the ability to use their buffer cash reserves during times of stress. But according to them, there is no stress. All the banks passed their stress test. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So that whole discourse that we just heard was useless. And talking out of both sides of his neck. Talk about trade uncertainty, and is that way in monetary policy right now? That was his question, and now my thing just buffered, as you can see on the screen. Oh well, that happens a lot. Yeah. All right, you can start sharing now. Mine is tripping.
Someone just sent me this.
Oh, what is that?
Failed to appease Trump. So let's see that. This is from Politico. I'm looking for the embedded tweet. That's all I want to see. It's got to be an embedded, maybe a news conference. I'm assuming there's going to be an embedded tweet with Trump. Minutes of the Fed's move. Let's see.
You got that right.
Oh, Trump. Oh, here's his tweet. They didn't embed it. How lazy. Come on, embed the tweet. Jay Powell and the Federal Reserve. Again. What'd you say, man? Oh, okay.
I just saw it. Yeah.
Thank you, buddy. So, biz as usual. Jay Powell and the Federal Reserve fail again. No guts, no sense, no vision. A terrible communicator. I just love.
What else can you say, folks?
That's Trump right there. I just love how, like, I know people go crazy over Trump, but like, no president's ever talked like this. Like, some people think that's a terrible thing. It's like, that's what he meant. That's what he wanted to say. He said it.
Yeah, with him, he doesn't do Fed speak. That's why people don't like him so much. He does not do Fed speak. He tells you exactly what he's thinking. He has no filter whatsoever. A president with no filter. What's the world coming to, right?
It terrifies people, but man, so far it's kept us out of a war too.
Yeah, I'll say.
We'll see. I mean, I'm not saying he's perfect, but
yeah. So basically, folks, this is pretty much it in a nutshell. I will be honest with you. I did not really expect too much action today. I knew there was a potential for it, especially if the Fed was going to surprise. They did not surprise. They lowered a quarter point. They caved into the pressure of the market once again, and today catches the Fed in a lie. They said the economy was strong. They said it's the strongest it's been, in decades, blah, blah, blah. And then you go ahead and you lower rates.
Yeah.
They were saying that they were going to raise rates 3-4 times for the last 2 years. Like for the next 2 years, we're going to raise rates, basically every quarter, or at least 3 out of the next 4 quarters, and they end up doing nothing.
Right.
And then today they lower rates. Okay, so what do you call it when someone tells you something, but then it's not true? What do you call that? It's called a lie.
What do you call it, Dex?
It's called a lie.
Yeah, man.
That's what it's called. If you say you're going to do something and then you don't do it, what do you call it? It's a lie.
Mm.
If you ask one of your children to do something and they say, "Yes, Father, I will do it," and then they don't do it, do you not have a problem?
Got a problem.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Basically, they lied. They said everything was okay when it's not okay.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest takeaways I'm taking from you today is it's just really, really obvious. They're exposing what they really think about the economy today.
Yes, and they're showing that the economy, the real economy, has nothing to do with the equity market whatsoever.
Yeah.
The markets and the economy are divorced from one another. They've gone their separate ways.
Now, what did Trump want them to do? What is he upset about?
Trump isn't upset about anything.
Well, he said
he wanted the market not to collapse. That's what he wanted. He wants the market to stay bullish. Mm-hmm. He does not want a bear market on his watch. He wants it bullish.
Well, then why is he criticizing them here? What is this tweet? By the way, thanks to our executive OG cat blogger, our wonderful executive assistant. She's sending me the tweets and everything. So this criticism of Powell and the Fed, what did he want them to do?
What he wants them to do is to do what is going to make the White House look good. He said he failed again. The reason why he's failing is because he's not getting it right, in other words, which means he's lying. All right. So he expects the Fed to do the right thing based on what the Fed has said. The Fed said the economy was strong. The Fed said they were going to raise rates. The Fed did not raise rates, and now the Fed is basically saying the economy is weak.
Gotcha.
So according to Trump, this is an epic failure. You lower rates instead of raising them. So this is proving that the Fed is lying. That's why he's calling it an epic fail. That's why he's saying he's a terrible communicator, because he's not saying what he really means. All right, he knows what the truth is, but he's keeping it to himself, and he's thinking that the people are stupid. All right, they're hoping that the American people are stupid. So there you have it. They're not together. They are not together. And this is just proof of it, folks. So where do we go from here? What does that have to do with the markets? Everything, and then again, nothing at all. Here's the everything. Because the moves that the Fed makes will determine people's outlook on the market.
We're getting burned in comments. Someone said you lied about starting at 225. Guys, we do our best. We try so hard.
Yeah, look, but I'm here though.
He's here.
To me, in my world,
I interrupted. People get so mad when I interrupt you saying something.
Look, in my world, it would be a lie if we didn't do it at all.
There you go.
So the fact that we're here is a good thing. But yeah, so basically, it is because whatever the Fed does determines what happens with the equity market. since he has now infused cash into the equity market will not fall. It should rally from here and rally quite lovely. If the market fails to rally after this federal injection of money into the market, that means something else is going on. Every time the Fed has lowered interest rates, it always gave a boost to the stock market. Always.
Yeah.
So when the markets don't rally on good news, there's something afoot underneath. So we'll see. Based on what happened today, I'm anticipating that the markets should close in the positive today. We should rally into the close. All right. If we don't close positive, we should at least rally some more close to positive into the close. That's what I'm seeing right now. In addition to that, we are still in a really weird space right now. All right. A very weird space. So I just want to put that out there. I think that tomorrow with those jobless claims and whatever else is coming out, we're going to have to really take a look. Don't forget, Friday too is going to be a weird day. Markets are going to be crazy because it's, triple witching. So you got options expiring, futures expiring. We're going to be rolling over into the December contract on your S&P, NASDAQ, Dow, Russell. So keep all those things in mind, folks that trade futures. You don't want to put tickets in on the wrong contract. I've done that before, and it can hurt. It can be quite painful. So be careful, especially if you're trading markets where there's contango. All right, where your front month is higher than your, it can hurt. You're long crude oil from 60, and when contract rolls over, the new contract's trading at 40. You can't get out of your long at the front month. You have to go to the new front month, which is at 40. That's a $20 hit, and yes, it can happen. Happened to me before. You trade long enough, it will happen. All right, so basically, here we are. In a nutshell, weird day, Fed caught in a lie, Fed exposed, markets looking for clarity, and will probably be ready to rally next week after we close this week out. That's pretty much it, and that's all I got.
Okay, cool, very cool. So are we basically where we started the week, where you were saying we got to wait until markets close this week to see what's going to happen?
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically looking toward Monday.
Yeah.
And if you're trading, Mr. B saying, will it affect Forex on Friday?
Forex really shouldn't be affected. Okay. I think Forex is going to be quiet.
So basically it goes back to what we've been saying all week. If you're going to trade using the price triggers, that's awesome, but make sure you're able to babysit your trades.
Yes.
Because we've got too much craziness going on now to, set it and forget it and walk away. Some weeks is just not set up for that kind of trading.
See profits, take profits.
Yeah, very good. All right, cool. Thanks, Dex. Thanks everybody for joining us. Follow us on Twitter. Oh my god, listen. We've got our act together, Dex. We're not playing around.
No, we're not.
We're on the Twitter. We got the tweets. Here, hold on. I'm gonna make this even easier for you Twitter people. Never mind. I messed it up. All right. So here we are. PulseWave Trades on Twitter. You can get us on Facebook. Of course, if you're listening, pulsewavetrading.com. You need to join, get access to our price triggers, get access to our Slack room where you have access to Dex, to me, to our moderator, and the rest of our team. And we'd love to see you there. All right, cool. Thanks, everybody, for joining us live. And we'll see you as we ride those pulse waves.
You know it.
Right. We're out. Thanks, everybody. Take care.
Peace.